Scratch it up. Music tech.
I'm Thomas. I have been working on audio and music since 2003. I've been done research on audio analysis and how to find similar sounding music based on feature analysis. But in 2009, I founded Spectralmind, my company, and we created this product called Sonarflow. It's available for iPad, iPhone, and since a month or so, also for Android devices running Android 4.0 and beyond. So I'm gonna present you the concept around it and what have we done so far and what's the new stuff that we are doing. So before in the presentation of Shuffler FM, we actually heard already about the problem of music overload. So the issue here is that you have basically millions of songs available. So Spotify has 20 million songs for you, which you can access immediately. And iTunes offers you 30 million, but how would you ever find what you're looking for in this vast amount of songs? So everybody here has a different interest in music and of course likes different songs and artists, and we actually have a very visual approach to enabling music discovery. So we call this Sonarflow, visual music discovery. And what's it all about? So what we want to give you is I want to give you that overview that it's getting lost because there's so much music available. So we started out actually visualizing your own music that you have either on your device, like on the iPad, or on your Spotify account. And this is grouped into main musical categories, so that's the musical genre here. You have things like the blue bubble is electronic, the yellow one is pop, the red one is rock. And what you can do there is actually you can select music instantly by zooming into this bubble. So if I do the two-finger zoom, these bubbles open up, show the artists inside, and if you zoom further, also the albums along with the album cover art. And if you go finally down there, you get the individual songs and tracks. So what can I do? Actually, this is not only a visualization, it's an interactive player. So once I hit any of these artists, they start playing immediately. Basically, by going back to the start screen and zooming down along any of these areas, I can select my favorite music by artist, by song, or by album immediately. But this is much more than just a nice way to organize your own music and find the music that you know already. So what you're ultimately interested in is finding new stuff, right? You want to get some new stuff, and we enable that by this notion of music similarity. In this case, we built in Last.fm, so we get similar artists from Last.fm, which are displayed also in this very visual way. You see that icon on the top left corner. If you enable it, you get the discovery feature. So if you move around, for each of these artists that you're familiar with, you get similar artists there. So for example, I have the Killers here. It shows me also the nice artist biography on the side panel. And it recommends you Franz Ferdinand to the Killers, which you might know, which is rather an obvious recommendation probably, but there is other stuff. Well, there's Arctic Monkeys, but maybe you don't know the Brandon Flowers, so you get more background there. And actually you can hit that artist too, and it would immediately start streaming music from iTunes as a preview. You can also see what songs are there in iTunes. And actually the nice thing is if you're a Spotify subscriber and you do this, you actually can stream the full song. So with Spotify, this enables actually that you browse the entire universe of Spotify songs in this way and discover more and more artists. So when you hit that Brandon Flowers, it shows you another band that's called The White Lies. You can look what is similar to that band. So you can keep exploring and look what artists are there and reach out and find more stuff that are particularly interested for your taste. You find also YouTube videos here in the side panel. So we have YouTube integration. You get all the stuff that's on YouTube for these artists. And if I disable this again, so you can actually access music by these different layers. So the layer concept is really important here, because what we actually wanted to solve is to give you overview and in-depth music exploration at the same time. So you can be interested in discovering new artists or related songs, but you can also be a lazy person and say, okay, I don't care which artist, I'm in the mood for jazz music. So you just hit that jazz bubble and it will create a playlist automatically out of that genre. You can do that for any genre or also combine them if you press and hold. You can add to playlists and make custom playlists and stuff like this, and retrieve those playlists. So on the start screen, we're here fixed with 15 main genres where you can explore your music in, and you see that the electronic one here, for example, here is very big. The size indicates the number of titles and artists in each genre, so and it adapts individually to each person. So you get kind of a music profile of yourself on the main screen. So if you're a big rock or metal fan, those areas will be bigger, or classical music down there. What is exciting now is what have we done in the last months. We created an Android version, which I wanted to show you right now, but we have a technical problem here, having a screen output there. And that's why I leave it to you to download and try that Android version. But there's a nice concept that we introduced on Android only, which is not available on this iOS version, and that's mood exploration. So instead of having here main musical categories, you can actually switch to an alternative view, which shows you colored bubbles indicating moods. And that could be happy, sad, or dark music, or funky music. And it happens, actually this is done also with using Last.fm's API, so it's social tagging based, so people give all kind of tags to the music, and of course there's tags like awesome or sexy. So interestingly, you have a bubble called sexy, and if you hit it, Katy Perry comes up and other stuff. So that it's kind of a funny approach to that, and there you see the point actually where when it comes to social tagging, all kind of funny stuff appears. It is also a bubble called party, so being lazy again, you can just hit that party bubble and create your party music for all night long. So there's a lot of ideas and things to be done there, and ideas to be explored. But ultimately our vision is that these worlds like social music tagging, people recommending music personally, being it on Facebook or the traditional way orally, or the tagging-based approach like Last.fm does it, where people assign tags like awesome, sexy, and funky to music. This should come all together. So ultimately, there will be a very cool music service where you get audio analysis-based stuff, social-based stuff, tagging-based stuff. So I think this is the great vision that can be done there. And actually, these hack days, as we have them here at this Music Tech Fest, are really important to get these ideas together. So there's many services, startups, hacks coming up doing particular things, but joining them has the potential to create an even bigger thing, a really great stuff that goes beyond platforms, beyond individual niche applications. So, and that's the idea I want to give to you, and that's why it's important to have hack days like this. And yeah, I invite you once again to try Sonarflow for Android or iOS, and to come to me with any questions that you have. Thank you.
Thanks, Tom.